In today's video, I'm doing a smoked Cajun turkey. Just in time for Thanksgiving, we're gonna be doing it on the Pits and Spits hybrid. Let's do it. All right, you are looking at a 10-pound turkey. We don't buy big turkeys or big anything anymore. It's just me and my wife, and this is gonna be just fine. All right, so what I'm gonna be using is this Tony Chachere's injectable Creole style butter. Gonna give it that Cajun influence. And I've also got some seasoning here. This is by Creative Cajun Cooking. Bought this at a local restaurant here. It's called Magic Swamp Dust. Really good stuff. It's heavy in garlic too. So, oh, by the way, I always leave these on here. I've gotten comments. People say, you didn't take the plastic off. That is heat proof. That is designed to go into an oven and keep the legs intact. It's not hurting a thing, just so you know. All right, so you first want to shake this up really well. Then we take our injector. By the way, these come with the injectors. You just want to fill up your syringe. Now, the way I always do this is I'll go down the breast about every bite size. Pump a little in there, come in here. Just make me a straight line down this breast. And that's all right when that stuff runs off, because that's actually going to be rubbed in, and that's going to be like a binder for our seasoning. Now, I'm not going to bore you with this entire process, but I do want to explain how I do it. Then you make another row. You ain't got to go too deep. Do the same thing. I ended up with 3 rolls on this breast. All right, I'll finish that in a minute. Now I'll show you what I do from here. I go into my leg, deep into my leg. You see it plumping up. Now I'll do one on the inside. Same thing. Wings. All over. You don't want to miss nothing. You want to get your thigh, your legs, your breast, everything. So I'm going to go ahead and get this whole bird injected. You see how easy it is. And this is just an easy way to where you don't have to mix up anything. And I love their flavors, especially this Creole butter. All right, so I ended up using almost all this bottle, not quite all of it. I've got him pumped up really well. Now we just want to take any of this that's on the surface and rub it in. That's going to be our binder. Now during the cook, I will be basting butter on this as well. That gives it kind of a dark mahogany color. Now, just the offset itself is going to give it a darker color than, let's say, like a pellet grill. And I like that. I like a really pretty bird. Now, I want to take these wings and I want to fold them up under like this to where those tips are not just hanging out there. And they will burn on the tips if you don't do this. Just tuck them under there just like that. He looks all relaxed. Now I want to take this one glove off. Open up my seasoning. And we're just going to take and apply a liberal coat on here. There's not much color on this seasoning, but boy, it's just jam-packed full of flavor. I tell you what, I want to take, before I get too involved with this, and I want to stand him up to where I can get some of this down here in this cavity as well. Just let it fall in there. That injection is going to give us most of the flavor, but this is also going to add to it. All right, so you know the drill. I'm just going to go around here, make sure I got a good coat of seasoning all the way around. I'll flip him upside down here. Actually, I should start with the bottom first, and then flip it back over. All right, I'll bring you back when this thing's ready to go on a smoker. All right, let's take a look. Oh yeah, we got good smoke rolling here. Let's get our bird on. I'm gonna put it in here in this direction to start with. Let it go about an hour, then we're just gonna rotate this thing, and we'll just keep rotating it as needed. So let's close her up. We'll take a look at it probably in about another hour. All right, let's take a look at it. Been going a little over an hour, about an hour and maybe 10 or 15 minutes. As you can see, we're starting to get some color. Heat's coming this way. You're seeing more on your feet here. So we're an hour in, a little over an hour. So I want to go ahead and rotate it. That's one reason I like putting it on these little mats to where it's easy to spin. So I'm estimating somewhere probably about 3.5 to 4 hours to finish this bird. And once it gets more color, I'll start probing. I'm looking for probably 160 in the breast, about 175 in the thighs, deep into the thighs, and hopefully we'll kind of get those happening at the same time. Normally turkeys do. Now I will be basting this with butter, but a little bit further in, maybe in another hour, I'll start basting this with butter. All right, we've been going about another hour and a half, so we're about roughly 2.5 hours into it, getting some nice color on it. I don't know how well you can see that. It's kind of dark up in here, so let's take and pull it out some to where you can see the color on the turkey. Looking good. Already starting to get some pullback on the legs. I tell you what, just for kicks and grins, I know we're way early, but I'm gonna go ahead and just probe into this a little bit and see what we're looking like. Oh yeah, we got a long way to go. Check our thigh. Feel that? All that season is set up on there good. Oh yeah, we got a long way to go. 130 in the thigh. Now what I've done is I had this pot over here on the firebox lid and melted this butter. This is the time you want to start putting this butter on here. Got to really give it a nice color and add flavor. Let's make sure we get everything on this side good. Get it up under our thigh. Oh yeah. Welding gloves come in handy for more than just welding. I predict this is going to be a really nice skin on here. It's already crispy. Now this butter is going to soften it up some, but it'll get crispy again once that butter starts cooking into it. All right, let's close her up. Now the next time you see this, it'll be done. I'm predicting another 1.5 to 2 hours, but I might add more butter if it needs it, but I kind of doubt it. So let's close her up. Well, we are done. I've already took it out of the Pits and Spits hybrid. I got it over here resting. It's been resting maybe 10, 15 minutes. Now my breast temperature earlier was like right at 165. So we're here at 160. It is cooling down somewhat now. 164, 165. But we are done. What we're doing is letting this heat equalize. You're gonna have hot spots, but if you let it sit here and rest about 30-40 minutes, this heat will distribute throughout it and it will all come up to like one temperature. So we're good. This thing is done. I normally only bring my breasts up to 160, and like I said, it's not going to be 160 in every area, but your goal is to have the carryover to bring it up to the 165, because breasts can dry out so easy. and you don't want to do that. So if you'll pull it at about 160, let it carry over, bring it up. I wouldn't really recommend covering it with foil, because foil can actually ruin your skin. Right now that skin feels pretty good on it. Now I did cook this, for anybody wondering, between 275 and 300 through the majority of the cook. It took 4 hours, because think about it, if you're cooking this in the oven, you got it cranked up to like 350. On a smoker, you don't want to run temps like that out of the gate. You want it to kind of slow cook, absorb the smoke. So let's just say 275 for the majority of the cook. The last 45 minutes, I ramped it up to around 325. Even if you bring it up to 350, that's just to finish your skin off, is the reason you want to do that. So I'm getting ready to take a bite of this and see how we did. Yep, it's that time of year again. Turkey. Now this popped out earlier, and I'll tell you why. I took it off when I originally dealt with this turkey so I could get the stuff out of the cavity, the neck and the giblets and stuff like that. So I took it off, and I guess when I put it back on, it didn't hold very good, and at one point it popped out. So I reattached it, and as you can see, it feels just like it did when I started. This is oven safe, for anybody wondering. All right, I'm gonna let this rest a few more minutes, bring you right back for a taste. Now before I do that, let me explain to you why you always want to rest meat, especially something the size of a turkey. Now this is a small turkey, but a big turkey, you might want to rest it an hour, and what it does is it redistributes the moisture back where it comes from. Anytime you cook or heat up anything, it tends to want to push that moisture outward. Now a lot of it you'll lose. And when you let it cool, it'll start absorbing that moisture back into the breast, back into everything, every muscle. And that's why we let them rest. Plus, it's just entirely too hot to eat at this point. And a turkey, well, this one's kind of small, but a big turkey, you know, I mean, you could come back an hour later and it'd still be plenty hot to eat. So we're gonna let this rest a little bit, and I'll bring you right back. I tell you what, that's a really nice color on this bird, man. This Pits and Spits hybrid did a fantastic job. I do believe it's the first turkey I've ever cooked on this thing. Now typically what I'll do is I'll bring it inside and I'll carve this whole breast off, completely off, and then I'll cut across it like this, slices this way. But for video, I'm just gonna take and cut a little bit off of here. Oh, I can tell already that's plenty moist. Oh yeah. Yeah, I don't know if you can see the moisture in it. I don't like pushing it on meat. All right, let's get a little bit of this dark meat here. Perfect turkey. That's the dark meat. The flavor is spot on with this. Between that injection and between that seasoning, it's definitely screaming Cajun. Now a lot of years I'll take and I'll brine a turkey. You can do either or, and sometimes if I deep fry them, I actually do both. I have done that before. Let's try the breast. Good skin. That breast is just as moist. Oh, it's so good. Fantastic. For anyone out there, I mean, there's people every year that's leaving home, young adults that has never grilled or smoked anything. And you know, your older adults, we've already been there, done that. We kind of know what to do, but I hope these videos reach some of the younger crowd as well, to kind of walk you through just how to do this. Now, this took roughly 4.5 hours. And you know, I kind of estimated 3.5 to 4 hours because it's only a 10-pound turkey. But the thing is that at 275, it's going to take longer, you know. And I'm just telling you this to where if you're wanting another time, a lot of time people ask me how long. Well, I don't cook by time. With poultry, I cook by temperature. You got to go by temperature. If I'm doing low and slow, like a pulled pork or brisket, I go by probe tender to see if I'm done or not. But you know, I usually try to tell people what it took me, because if you run the same temps and roughly the same weight, That's about what you can allow for the cook for your Thanksgiving or Christmas coming up. But hope it does somebody some good. I'm Russ Jones with Smoky Ribs Barbecue.